It's Monday and we're back this week. We're going to talk about pickleball. We're going to talk about the airport expansion. We're going to talk about a new development out in Okatie. All this week's numbers in Bluffton with Jacob Weaver. This week, Market Monday. So there's a lot of uncertainty out there right now. We're probably in a recession. So this week we brought in the real brain power. We brought in Jacob to help us navigate and let us know what's going on in Bluffton. So let's start with the numbers for Bluffton in this past week. What do people need to know, Jacob?
Last week, we brought 36 new homes to the market, but we put 40 homes under contract. And that's a telltale sign that we are not in a declining market. We're still selling more homes than are coming to the market.
Wait a minute. You're saying the market's not going to crash?
Well, not right now. Not right now.
Not when you have declining inventory.
No. You need more inventory in order for anything to really change. And right now, with inventory, it's there, it's strong, but it's not an overabundance.
Sure. So the inventory numbers, we were looking at the numbers kind of year to date, and historically low inventory levels right now. We're at Bluffton through July, the average was 927 compared to the July of the previous year, 853. So it was up a little bit, right, from last year. But if we look at the 3-4 years prior, the average is probably 1,400. The thing that people are talking about when they use the word crash are prices. I have a $600,000 house. I wake up, it's now $400,000 because prices crashed. When's that going to happen?
I don't see that coming. And of course, every market runs in cycles. So luckily, if you own real estate and you're worried about the value drastically dropping, then don't sell. Selling is that's when you take the loss. Real estate values always return and come back. I don't see a huge crash coming. So we are starting to see prices decrease. So a home's on the market, they'll readjust the price, the asking price.
Yeah.
And that's simply because a few months ago, a year ago, you could push the price a little bit more just because supply was even lower, demand was even stronger. So you could push that price a little bit more, but with interest rates rising, you can't push it as much. And so the market's adjusting a bit, and so there are price decreases, but the values of homes are still top dollar.
I hear there's some pickleball courts coming to Bluffton.
There are.
Again, I saw that article, and then I think I saw an article yesterday that said that the Town Planning Commission kind of snafu'd it and said, hey, you're not doing that.
They know it's going to cause an uproar.
There's concerns around traffic problems, parking and stuff like that. So what do you know about pickleball? Do you play pickleball?
Pickleball is the hot thing here in Hilton Head. Any courts that you can find, there's people out there whacking away, definitely has grown tremendously within the past couple years. And I think the pickleball courts would be an amazing addition, but I guess they just got to work through that park and they know it's going to be a popular thing.
6 indoor courts, 6 outdoor covered courts. I know we put some pickleball courts in Moss Creek where I live, and they're hugely popular. New development coming out in Okatie. Looks like maybe some affordable options for rental, 1 and 2 bedroom units, an average size of 938 square feet. What do you know about that, Jacob?
That's going to be an awesome development. People want to be here, so that'll give people a chance to come into this market and hopefully not have to pay the crazy prices. They'll be a little bit more affordable.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be another welcome opportunity for people to stake a claim of the local area, be close to Hilton Head Island. You fly out of Hilton Head Airport?
All the time.
Often? Yeah,
all the time.
It's pretty convenient, isn't it?
Super.
Have you flown out of there recently?
No, not really, but probably about a year ago.
They are busting at the seams over there. They have kind of like a temporary trailer off to the side, and yeah, so they are growing that, I think, adding 43,000 feet.
That's right.
I'm a pilot, so I'm on the other part of the airport quite a bit. They've cleared a whole huge section and created a whole new ramp. It's all paved.
Wow.
So they have more room for planes out there now, but they just got another $12 million in funding. So they're going to spend $53 million on this, and I guess our county is only putting up $2 million, and at this point they've raised another $33 million.
I was born and raised on the island, so I remember all growing up. Most airports, you have to show up 2 hours before. This one, you roll right in and you're good to go.
Well, you have to be careful with that now because, again, they don't have the security facilities to get everybody through. I don't think that anybody thought that it would grow that fast. No. And, geez, who would have thought that they would have 3 airlines flying in?
Yeah.
So, do you have a second for help me answer the mailbag question this week?
Yes, for sure.
So this comes from Janessa. I've lived in Old Town Bluffton for 16 years. And have seen the town blow up in that time. Seems like there's not enough room for everybody that wants to be here. Are we just going to keep growing until we become like one of the big cities I used to live in. What's your take on that, Jacob?
So we're definitely growing. The whole area we still have development going on. But one thing I saw is, so there is a green space sales tax referendum that Beaufort County put in for a vote. It got 8-2. And so what they're looking to do is a 4-year, $300 million green space sales tax. And that's going to be to purchase land, conservation easements, buy density, and to slow down and prevent development. Yes, we will continue to grow, especially farther out in Bluffton, Jasper County. We will see a good amount of growth out that way. But they are doing things to try and conserve the area, keeping it beautiful. One thing that I hear from a lot of people is they love the trees. They love yes, we're on an island, but there's still nature preserves you can go in, different areas where that aren't developed. You can still enjoy the beauty and the nature of Hilton Head.
Yeah, you deal with it with development planning, right? Like Hilton Head Island, I think, has done a pretty darn good job over the years of controlling development. They have purchased, the town of Hilton Head has purchased a lot of land and added that to green space. And so the question about Bluffton and Old Town Bluffton, this is one of planning and town council and ensuring that that's managed properly so that it doesn't turn into one of those big cities that has no heart and has no soul.
Yeah, and I think the town realizes that. They know the beauty of this area is the low country feel.
All right, man. I want to ask everybody to check out our video about the recession, our take on the recession. That's going to be dropping this Friday on all of our social media channels. And Jacob, thanks for coming in and talking.
Thank you very much.